Hey y'all, welcome to the Not So Shit Show. Lucille's ready to roll. She's all packed up. Check the air shocks. The air shocks they're air shocking. It ain't gonna bottom out. I don't have really a lot of air in them. Of course, I don't have any way to test because I don't have a good air checker thing. My brain is still out of it. Anyway, we're gonna stop and get some gas, get some window cleaner because I'm out, and some rags, a couple spare parts from O'Reilly's, maybe wash her up a little bit, and we're hitting the road to Joplin. Not gonna do much stopping from here to there, maybe one little spot, but most of our fun's gonna start tomorrow. But just so you all know, she's great. Since I did all that work in that video, she's great. So we'll clean as we go, shall we? So let us get going here. We'll get our fuel, get everything topped off and ready to go, and we'll just skedaddle. We'll see you out there on the road. So we've already gotten warm and we got all our extra parts, but we're hopping on the interstate. I think Amber's just completely ready to go home and get her Jeep, right? No, she knows better. The car's gonna be fine, just fine.
So, what are we doing?
Huh?
What are we doing?
We're crossing the Mississippi River here in just a second. We made it all the way to St. Louis. No issues. At all. Except for truck drivers that like to pull out real slow.
You know, they've been finding bodies in there.
What?
They've been finding bodies in the water.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ignore all that.
44 to Tulsa. Cardinals must be playing today.
Yeah, they're playing the Cubs. That's very up to this today.
So we stopped at our favorite spot here, Wally's, on the other side of St. Louis. It's 124 miles. We got 15 mile a gallon. And as with the timing, I think was a little low. I think it was a little retarded, you know, and I can't believe it, 15 mile a gallon, but we still got a little ways, quite a ways to go. We're gonna roll in tonight, just in time for the pool to close. Right, Zeppy? But anyway, we're gonna get rolling here again. It's just interstate, same one we did for the last 2 years. So hopefully we'll see you again in Joplin. Well, Lucille's running like she should. She likes that 203 to 208 heat range. We really only got up to 210 once, and I was going up a hill. And it didn't go up any higher, and then it just started going back down. So I don't know. That's just where she likes it, I guess. Buick 455, high torque, probably. But Uranus. Ain't that cool? Again, no leaks, no nothing. Had to stop here and just kind of stretch our legs. We only got about 150 miles to go when we get to Joplin. But nothing really to report, huh? She's just chucking right along. So we'll just keep trucking right along. Well, we made it. We're in Joplin. We got here, it's about 11 o'clock at night, which is fine. We didn't really have anything. We just left late, and it's perfectly okay. Lucille's running perfectly. The Aces setup is running flawlessly. It never faulted once. We rode it pretty hard to here. Fuel mileage went way down, we'll just say that. I adjusted that timing. I'm going to put it back to where I had it because it wanted to run that temperature no matter what I did. Anywhere from 203 to about 208, and it got to 210 once, but it never climbed any higher, and 210's fine. That ain't nothing for this big block Buick. But we got to get there in the morning and we're going to help out with the check-ins at Poverty Tour, which is what we're doing right now with my friend Dalton and Buff and Jim and all of us. We're all doing it. and we are taking our time. We are not getting in a hurry whatsoever, but gonna check out and get some sleep. See you in the morning. Hey, good morning, y'all. We got Mom up at 5 o'clock. What is it, 6? It's 6, because we gotta be there at 7 to help out. She's off checking out because she needs to get away from us for waking her up. But we're getting ready to head over to the mall right now for the first day of Poverty Tour. A couple things I did to the old Buick. I gave her a little bit more timing. I haven't even started it up. I just moved it, and then I changed that radiator cap, and other than that, all the fluids are good. She ain't leaking. So we'll get everybody loaded up here in the car, and we're gonna head over to the mall.
Okay, so we're doing a cold start.
Yeah, we'll see how she does. Everything's doing its thing. That starter is terrible, but it works, so good enough. Yeah, fires right up. We're gonna sit here and warm up. You gotta let these big old Buicks get some heat in them before you just take off. Otherwise, they're just gonna spit and sputter and carry on. So, all right, let's get everybody in the car. Let's go. Well, we made it. We're at Joplin's meeting point. We're at the mall. Look who didn't wear his shirt. Jeez, this thing already, I believe, is better. The cap, I believe, was causing it. It wouldn't allow the system to purge, so to speak. But good crowd here already. All the cars, they're just getting everybody registered, and they'll get all their stickers for their window and everything whenever Marcus shows up. It's going to be a great turnout. This should be a good time. So, not much to show right now. We'll get to it after a bit.
Is this thing on?
I hear you. That's all that's important.
Thank you all for coming. This is an unbelievable turnout. You know, last year we had about 100 cars here, and I don't know how many cars we got now. We filled up a small parking lot last year, and now we have filled up a medium parking lot. This is unbelievable. So thank you all for coming, and thank you all for being respectful of this place that we do not have permission to be at. So here's the game plan. Poverty Tour, okay? This is not like a lot of tours. It's choose your own adventure, okay? You got a destination. We're all gonna be.
Chad!
What'd I do?
Tech guy.
Thank you.
Typical.
Gosh, Don, you're a pain in the ass. I'm about to put a cord on you. His mouth is so big you can't go wireless.
I got a microphone.
Yeah. It's all right. This is one of his old plug wires.
This is a choose your own adventure event. First part of the adventure is fix the mic. We would like to talk to you. We can't hear you. Here we go. Maybe.
I can't hit the hole.
Bingo.
No. Checking. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I hear you. That's all.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty good, Chad. Thank you.
You two guys.
Now, what was I saying? Okay, so this is Choose Your Own Adventure. This is, we all are going to Weatherford, Oklahoma tonight. End of the day, that's where we're headed. Anything you want to do along the way, you just go do it, okay? Now, me personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Catoosa because I'm going to go see the Blue Whale. They just remodeled that. I think it'd be a good stop. They were closed last year. So we're going to go over there, and the way you're going to do that, everybody here, you're going to make a right out of this parking lot. You're going to follow this road all the way to 7th Street, and then you're going to make a right, and that's Route 66. And then we're just going to go through Galena, Kansas, over towards Baxter Springs.
So we're on our first little trip. We didn't make it very far. Everybody stopped to get fuel. Didn't need it, but this thing started blowing the fuse again for the charging system. So I gotta figure it out. But I'm not gonna do it out here. I'll just keep changing the fuse. Maybe need a ground strap on the starter or something. We'll see. So we're stopped over here looking at some houses and stuff, and I figured this thing out. The alternator was not grounded well to the block. That probably has a lot to do with that aluminum down there, and it kept popping the fuse. Even if I put one in it and just revved it up, it would blow that fuse. That's why those are there. So it was trying to find ground everywhere, and it ended up grounding through itself. So I took this thing that I said I was gonna bring, I always bring, and I looped it over and touched it to there, revved it up, and it quit. So I put a permanent end on it, and that's gonna last us till we get to Weatherford. And then I'm also gonna get under there and put one from the block to the starter. And that should everything. Now it's 13.5, it was running like 15.8. We can't have that. So anyway, hey Chip.
Hey.
What are we looking at?
Cutting the cars.
They're-
Right down and start cutting the cars.
They're trying to break up the group a little bit.
I've had that happen. Howdy. Everybody. Oh, here comes Jesse. Look out. He may not have brake fluid now either, knowing all the crap that's coming out of that car.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's butt bumping me. So we keep losing fuel pressure. We know we're getting it, but we don't know where it's failing. This one will show it's getting pressure, but just now it said it was not getting pressure. So instead of trying to keep fighting this, I'm going to open up this command center. If it's full of fuel, we know our mechanical's good. If it's not full of fuel, we know the mechanical's bad. And that'd be par for the course for us on a trip like this with a mechanical fuel pump. About to see the inside. Oh, it's full. It's completely full. And once you get that in there, that fills her up. So we're getting fuel from the tank. Checking all our wiring, good. That's a 340. I think I have that's your in. This is return, this is pressure. Okay, so I need a Phillips screwdriver. I don't know if this is bad or not. And that loose. Just a word to Aces. Don't use these damn hose clamps with Phillips heads. Pain in the ass. My dad would do shit like that. First thing out of his mouth would be, "That's why the women love me." He was such a shithead. Women don't like it, but men will be like, yeah. This is a smaller pump. Somehow, for some reason, I don't think this might be it, but I gotta try everything. I gotta try everything before I get mad and just throw a carb on it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Take me 5 seconds to do it. But I want to make this work. Cutlass, we didn't have any problems. But this same thing happened to us, didn't it?
On Artemis.
In Artemis, yep. Same exact thing. Oh, tried. Redrop it.
Here.
Key on, dude. Here. This mine.
Yes.
Key on. Key off.
Kind of holding.
Well, they'll bleed.
Yeah.
Key on. Crank.
That's actually higher than it was with the other one.
Crank.
A little bit lower.
It was like right here.
Yeah.
Here's pop. And pop.
So what are we doing?
Huh?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? We are putting the third alternator on here. I'm also going to change out the Delco starter, and that'd be about it.
And
We got our fuel pump issue for now changed, but I'm kind of wondering if it wasn't the problem the whole time. I need a 5/16 with my electric ratchet. Spread that out, wide open. Oh, damn it! Got it in there too.
How wide?
Just all the way even. I need the whole length. Hopping. God damn it, on my finger. Holy shit, dog.
Oh, there's something else is causing it.
I think it's bad ground. Pop. That's all we need.
Yeah, go ahead.
So after a whole bunch of shenanigans and wrenching and everything else, there's something going on in the wiring here, so we cut it off right here where it goes into the main. The main is still on a fuse, but the charge is not. It's on this 8-gauge chip here, no garage pad, and it seems to be okay. We're just gonna run it like that for now and see how it does. That's about all we can do. I don't think it's getting hot. What do you think? Feel that? Is that spongy or is that how it always feels?
Yeah, that's it. Feels like the sun's heating it up, not anything else.
Yeah. So we got 13, 18. That charges the battery. So
What about your fuel system? Because that's where you
fuel
left off.
system's good. It just, I don't know. Maybe something in there. I don't know, but everything's good. I did flop this over now, so it's away from the radiator. But we're just gonna have to go, is what we're gonna have to do.
Yep.
I can deal with it tonight, look it over. I'll get you some extra wire. But we're gonna get this thing cleaned up and get the fuck out of here. That's what we're gonna do. We're way behind.
Yeah.
We got tired from working on the car. I ain't been filming much, but we're cruising across Oklahoma. We're almost to Weatherford. And look at that beautiful sky. That is one thing I love about coming out here. It's just, it's not just corn. But really pretty. Okay, so we made it to Weatherford, and car ran great to here. It got 9 miles a gallon though, because it was on the interstate, and it don't like the interstate. But it ran good to here. It did vapor lack a little bit more when we got to get gas about 50 miles back. But other than that, it's good. But we get here to Lucille's. Okay, we're at Lucille's here on Route 66. Nice hotel. We're loading stuff up. But you can tell Poverty Tour has been here. I was hoping that wasn't for my car. But it's everywhere out here, man. It is hot, but today was not all that great, was it?
At least I got to see that.
Oh yeah, we got to see all that stuff happening with the storms. But we're gonna get ourselves in the hotel and hit the pool, and I'm gonna do some checkovers on the car and have me a beer. So till tomorrow, right? It's gonna be a better day tomorrow, Amber? We don't know.
It's not so hot.
It can't be worse. All right. It's late at night. We hit the pool because hot, but I think we're good now. We're in Weatherford at Lucille's, which is pretty cool because Lucille's gas station's like right back there, the historic Route 66 place. But I thought I'd finally give a little rundown of what's going on with this Buick. But it's running really good. The car runs fantastic. The Killshot 2, all that stuff is running great, except for the command center. Now, I hate to say it, but I have a feeling that before the end of this, I'm probably going to have to switch it back to carb. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of the command center. This is it's great for your weekend warrior stuff and your cars and coffee, that kind of thing, and probably on a smaller engine that don't like heat. You know, you don't have a lot of heat. This Buick loves 205 to 210 all the time. Loves it. Like, it just lives and breathes it. It runs fantastic at that temperature. Unfortunately, the engine compartment gets really warm, and I think that this thing does not like that much heat. It likes to vapor lock like a regular carb, and I think that's what burned up that pump, other than the electrical stuff. But that didn't have anything to do with that pump going, because once we got closer to here, we stopped and got fuel. I didn't film it, but I turned the car off, and by the time I got back out, it had fuel soaked up to about 230, and I went to start it, and it just blah, 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 blah. It did not like it at all, and there is 2 returns on there. So just so far with the Aces system, my recommendation is to not use the command center for something like what we're doing right now. But that's me saying that. We're only a day in, and I had all this trouble. It could be. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna run it until she goes. It's not a hard thing to switch back from, the EFI to the carb with this setup. I can do it in about 15 minutes. Okay. But anyway, I'll show you the motor here, and I'll go through a couple other things that are actually pretty cool. So there's the command center. We did change this to a 255 from the 340, and it seemed to like it better, actually, to not have that high volume pump in there. This sheathing on this actually came loose, but it is not leaking. This is the return, this is the pressure, and this is the feed. When I took this apart, I was in a hurry, so I didn't show it. I took this apart, and I didn't want to do it when I stuck it in, but I just clocked it more this way and got this away from the radiator. And this is the feed line that comes from your main pump, your actual factory pump. And I just clocked it when you take all these bolts out, and just clocked it this way to get it away. I did go ahead and leave this fuel filter in it. This is the one I left with. This is the one that's on it now. They both got the same heat going on, again, from the motor. It is what it is. That's just the way it is. The alternator, so far, this is the one that goes to your idiot light. I'm just using it like a one wire, and it's been flawless. After I put that in there like that, it's been flawless. This is the 8 gauge wire that No Garage Chip gave me that runs straight to the alternator, runs around, and hooks to my main cable here, and it's fine. This is working great the way I have it set up. It's not pretty, but it's going to do the job. I need to tighten that down too. I forgot about that. This thing not working at all. This clutch is shot. I'm going to try to do something with it again tomorrow. I may use that relay right there is for, with the tip of my finger, that is for the AC, and it is the same as the horn, and that horn one is brand new. I didn't get a lot of time to go through the AC stuff. I would like to get it working though. This is still full. Everything is full, but it likes to run 205, 210. This, I read forums and they said with a 195, that's where it likes it, and I don't want to change it because it's running so good with that heat. So we're going to leave that alone. Other than that, the Aces stuff, all that part of the Aces is running great so far. This, not so much. Our air shocks are holding up. It is warm in the car because we don't have AC, but like I said, I'm going to try to fix that. But that's really all I got to say. It's not leaking anywhere. Here's the amazing part right here. That little dipstick. So this 455 Buick that I built outside in the rocks, in the snow, in the rain, in the, you name it, every extreme you could think of, and I built it. Built the heads, you know, rebuilt the heads myself, and all I did was re-hone it with my stone hone, like I tell everybody will work. Hone the shit out of it, then balled it just a little. New rings, new rod bearings. That thing has not burned one drop of oil, so to speak. It is still on the full line. Okay, those cylinders, 3 of those cylinders had pitting on them, and they're holding up. Those cylinder pits filled with carbon and other things, she's solid. This thing don't smoke, you can't smell nothing, and it has not lost a drop of oil. Very resilient engine, man. That's something else. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Even my Cutlass, it burns oil. So does the ambulance. Most of those engines do burn oil that had that bad of cylinders in them, but this thing is doing fantastic. Fantastic. I really hope, for everybody's sake, with Aces and me and Zeppelin and Amber, that this command center just had a fluke and it you know, did its thing, and we all know what happened. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. It could have been the electrical system, but there's grounds all over this motor now. So hopefully it holds out. Hopefully it does. I really want it to survive, and I'm not going to pull it until it won't survive. So we'll just leave it at that, and we'll just keep trucking in the morning. We're headed to Tucumcari. We're going to go through Amarillo, probably see Cadillac Ranch, a couple other things, maybe stop at the Big Texan. I don't know. Depends on where we're at and when we get there. Hopefully we don't have any trouble. It's supposed to be hot again tomorrow. But so far, guys, this thing on the interstate, doing what we did, it only gets about 9 miles a gallon. But if we're just tooting around doing the Route 66 stuff, 14 to 15 miles a gallon. That's pretty good for a big old Buick with a big block. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and go to bed. It's about midnight, probably a little later than that. Might be midnight, a little later. I don't know. I'm out of it. I'm just out here having a few. by myself. There was some people out here, but I'm alone now. But I'm gonna head in and go to bed. Probably need to take a shower first, but I'll see you in the morning. Morning, back on the road. It's already 11:20, and we're gonna take 40 for a little while, then we'll get on some 66 stuff. It's right here next to us. Grabbed an extra fuel pump, thermal cool, should be good. We'll see how it does. We're gonna make our way down to Amarillo. Hopefully everything goes well. So far the car runs like it has. It runs good. Well, you know, when we see something. Till then, we're just driving. And we're back. We were here last year, me and Zeppy were, but it was raining. This is Elk City, Oklahoma. I've been trying to stay on as much of 66 as we can, but we also want to get to Tucumcari pretty fast. But this is pretty cool.
You got a sticker on there?
Yeah. We have Artemis stickers. You want to put an Artemis sticker on it? We can do that when we get back out. Do we have one on here already?
I'll put it on that door or this door.
No, we never did put any on here.
On 66, King said with a flash of inspiration.
You jerk. You say, how did you know? I was in Elk City, Oklahoma. I was a jerk right there. Come on up. Okay. You know what's really crazy is, I used to do this when I was growing up, when I was in high school. I worked in one of these places. And the first thing, you couldn't get Coke in a bottle or pop in a bottle or a can. You had to come to the drugstore to get it, okay? The first thing that they did was put the syrup, the flavor, in the bottom. This one says root beer. And they put that in the bottom. And then they put in the carbonated water. Now the carbonated water was in this, and it was so compressed in there, you had to jerk on the handle to get it to come out. That's what made you a soda jerk. But you had to know how to jerk on the handle, because if you jerked the wrong way, it went shh all over everything, and then you had to clean it up. So you had to know how to jerk on the handle, and that's what made you a soda jerk. Then you put the ice in, and you hand it to the customer. So I'm going to put this in your hand and let you pretend that you're making it, and then you can hand the customer to someone, and they can get your picture. Okay? I'm getting out of the way. Okay, now put that one down and hand them the one that's complete.
Why, thank you, jerk. Well, there's your embalmer stuff right there. Winery Savage Funeral Service. Oh, there's your hearse. That's a real one too.
That one.
Exactly what I said is gonna happen. This pump, it just cannot, it can't handle this heat. That is a bad thing about this, and I've got it figured out. We have fuel, but this being hot is causing all the fuel to be hot, which is causing the fuel to also boil in the bottom in my regular pump. because otherwise it wouldn't be. So we're gonna have to swap it to carb, unfortunately. But when we get home, we'll swap it back. But we'll do something different with this. But as far as this one, I don't recommend this for anybody that's, unless you're just bobbing popping around. It ain't gonna work for this type of stuff.
Just get a little.
We'll just cut this choke off. We don't need it. And all you got to do is pop this out, take the fuse, and you pop that one out, take the fuse. That refuses the ECU and the fuel pump. Come on. And that's that. Those are off. Now I just got these down. Well, I can get them started. Well, ow, dang. That's hot. There we go.
Why is this thing? Now tell me what you just said about temperature. Cutting all this
About
out.
what?
What you got out of the car bragging? It's 190 now. Explain.
Well, I don't really know why it does it, but EFI, when it's tuned improperly or you're letting it unlearn, the motor tends to run hotter because you don't have it tuned with the right amount of fuel to the pulse of the distributor. That throws your timing out, just like if you don't have, you got it too retarded. It does the same thing because the Aces or the whatever, it's only going to tell you what it needs to be efficient at the O2 sensor. So if your timing's off, or if you're throwing your timing off, your fuel can throw your timing off, especially with EFI. It's a little bit more pain in the ass. I've never had to do anything with the Cutlass. The Cutlass, that's gonna bitch run. I still ain't cut it. But this one here, the problem ain't here in the computer and all that. It's right here. It's there. That thing is handled. It's still hot. Feel that? Oh wow, I feel heat up on it. So after that quick little switch, we're here. Texas state border. She's doing good. She's running good. It is running a little warmer than I want it to be, but we'll deal with that another time. We just want to get her down the road. What's left? Anything, buddy? Or did they take all ours down already?
Take all of ours, but
Check your digs. Oh, that one's ours. Behind Redneck Light. So, how do you feel to be back in Texas for the first time in 26 years?
Too far north.
Too far north? Yeah. She's Air Force. Went to Lackland, right? San Antonio. Same place my dad and Johnny Cash went. Can you reach it there? He's almost tall enough.
I don't want to drive it either. So,
And there we are. So here we are. Car's running great.
did we put a sticker on there?
The car looks good in there. This is the second time we've been here, buddy? Yeah. Our sticker's still up?
No.
They probably took it down. There's Buffs, Gunthers. Plenty of stickers. Bucky stickers. Awesome. And we're following a Subaru into Amarillo. Got to stop by the Big Texan quick. Then we're going to stop by the Cadillac Ranch. And we keep on moving on to Tukmakari? Something like that. And she's having fun. This is her type of thing.
Hair down, just like a bear.
Cool. We made it. Mom made it. We've been here. Finally. So now we need to decide what we're going to do with that. Because that's the way we're supposed to go, and it's starting to get crazy out here. Probably start heading that way. I don't know. That's windy. Damn, that's windy. Look at these clouds. That is wild. It's way over there. It goes all the way around to there. That's crazy, and it is not moving. Zeppy said it's moving at 17 miles an hour. So, I don't know. So we're stopping up here. So we're waiting. We was gonna sit here and eat and wait on the storm, but the cafe's closed. But it's nasty. But we're at the midway point. Too bad we ain't going all the way, because, well, California things. Yeah, this is Zeppy's main jam right here. He is excited about this. Except Dad's got to drive through it.
We'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
You do?
I learned from the pro.
Sure.
Oh, God.
We've got a little bit of rain on us, nothing severe yet, but it's there. Look at that. All the way to that corner. Woo! We don't see stuff like this back home.
Signal dealers, serving 6 western states from Canada to Mexico. Of course, I don't have to tell you that Signal is famous for Go Farther gasoline. But even more important to you is the extra driving pleasure you enjoy, thanks to the extra efficiency today's Signal coaxes from your motor. So if you want your gas pedal to keep that Christmas morning thrill year-round, remember Marvin Miller's suggestion. Give your car a switch for Christmas. A switch to Signal gasoline.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I hope you're satisfied.
Well, good morning from the Roadrunner Hotel in Tukmakari. This place is killer. I like this hotel. It's nice. It's still raining around here. We're about to head down. We're just kind of taking our time today. I'm not going to get in a huge hurry. But I just checked over Lucille. Still ain't burning no oil. She's good. A little darker, you know, from the heat that it went through. But other than that, it's great. With the carb, so far we're getting about 11 or 12 mile a gallon. It's unfortunate about that command center because I really wanted to make it work the whole time, but it ain't gonna happen. But they know that. It's not a big deal. That's why we're doing these tests. I think I'm the only one that does, so hopefully everything goes well. But I'm gonna get this thing fired up and get her loaded up, and hopefully we get the day we don't have no trouble. That'd be great. Okay, Lucille. How many pumps do you want? I don't know, because I've never done it when it's cold starting. Key on. It sets the choke, which is hooked up. Fire right up. Right up. Low pressure climbing. She's a Buick 2050, so it takes it a second. Got great voltage. She sounds good. Okay, a little rainy, but Roadrunner Lodge, thank you so much. What a great place. This is neat. Amber fell in love with this place real quick. So we're gonna head down to where we need to be. So, Tucumcari Convention Center. A good crowd. Good crowd. Dalton and them still ain't here, but folks are playing copyrighted music. That's a good looking cloud. Yeah, it's raining over there. We got off on 66 for a while, going to Grant's, mess around. More on this later. There's the elevator.
Rancho? Did you sit on this?
Yeah, you sit here, get your shoes shined. Yeah, this is the El Rancho Motel in Gallup, New Mexico. Very famous. Very, very famous. Alright. Okay, so we're at the El Rancho. Very, very world famous roadside Route 66 hotel that was known for all of its. A lot of Western stars stayed here when they filmed out here in the desert surrounding Gallup. But it has neons and everything. I can't wait to show you that when it's all lit up at night. The place is packed. There's a couple of our friends that are going to be here. I think Jesse's here. Chip from No Garage is here. Jesse from Atomic Air Motors, he's on his way here. I don't know who else, but this place is pretty cool. We're in the W.C. Fields room. You know, my little chickadee, that guy. Maybe I'm too old, you guys wouldn't know who that was. But anyway, I'm gonna get in Lucille here, who's running perfect. I'm gonna grab a couple beers, and I'm heading to sit by the pool with Zeppy so he can get in it for a while. So we'll be back a little later on. Yeah, so you couldn't bring your own beer in, so we tried to hide it. You had to buy your beer there, and it was a 4-drink maximum if they sold you alcohol. Couldn't swim in the pool because there was a streetwalker in there. So, yeah, El Rancho can kiss my ass is basically what they can do. It sucks there. The Gallup meetup. We're here a little later than everybody else. Are they going fishing? I think they're going fishing. What the? Okay. Anyway, we're all here basically. Yeah, Gallup, no, you need to do better. You definitely need to do better. But anyway, we're here. We'll go walk around a little bit and just say hi. Allegedly. 5,500 RPM going up the hill. Barbecue sauce and relish. Steve, if it's okay, I'd like to draft occasionally if that's all right. Sorry, come again? Alright, we're somewhere just entering the Hopi Indian Reservation. We've been through the Navajo and a big old bee, huh? But Steve, build season, lost an exhaust hanger, we think, so we're all pulled over. And well, we should be going shortly. It'll only take a second. You just kind of watch out for critters out here. And, you know, people, too, that don't want you on their property. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll make sure he gets fixed up and we'll be back on the way. We're headed to Tubi first and then on up. Really pretty drive, but we shall return. Bridge. Cool. That's awesome. Do not enter. Huh. Wow, look at that friggin' canyon. Oh my God. Can't really see it. We'll be here though. Wow, look at that. That is a drop. There's the, you can kind of see it down there, but that's the dam. Wow, that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. So this is Glen Canyon. This is pretty cool. There's a big river, and right back there is where we went over that bridge. There's a dam. You can see all the cars over there. Right there. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Good morning. It's our first overnight in Kanab. We're going to be here all day, and then we'll leave tomorrow. But today we're going to do a few things. We're going to go down to the Grand Canyon, the North Edge or whatever that's called. We're at the Perry Lodge in Kanab, and I'll tell you what, this place is awesome. It really is awesome. I'll show you the view here. This is great. So right there's our room. We're in the Ed Faulkner room. Kanab was known as Little Hollywood because all the stars that stayed here. And it goes all the way around to there. You have all these rooms, and then they go back here, all the way through here, this building here. Then this up here are like little cottages, and there's a pool with fireplaces up there. Maybe I'll show that later on. But then they have all that up there. And there's like a restaurant and all that kind of stuff in there. And that's our view. Right out the front door. That. And the way it's made with the parking is, here's Lucille. Isn't that cool? So, a couple things with her. Can't get that air conditioning to work. Might stop at a shop today and see if they'll just, hook it up and check it. Maybe it's over full. I don't know. But I tried to fill it last night if I thought it was low. And it says it's in the red while it's running. So I don't want to mess with that anymore, and it started to make the belt squeal. Check the oil. Finally moved from full. But still don't have to put no oil in her. Not bad for building an engine outside in the snow and the rain and the rocks and how bad it looks. You can go back and watch the video if you haven't seen it. But other than that, she needs a bath. Well, she's running top notch. Look at that, all that desert dirt on her. She's good though. Fires right up and runs like a top. Zero issues at all. Other than, the part we tested. But it's fine. When we get home, I'm putting it all back together with just a little bit different setup, and I'll show that. Had a lot of people have broke down, but not a lot of people have exited unless it was, they were going to be leaving anyway. They weren't going to do the whole trip, which is great. We're glad they showed up. But yeah, we're going to head down to the canyon, one side of it, and then come back here and kind of walk around and cruise the local shops and get something to eat down here, spend money in the local community. It's a beautiful town. But I'll give you a little history about the Perry Lodge. That's just my history. My mother, when my dad passed away, my sisters gave me all of their keepsakes because I am, I'm a history buff and I like family origins and, try to keep that stuff alive. So in the stuff that they gave me that was my mother's was a little, it was a book that she kept. We had a couple. One of them was a Polly Pocket book that had all of her childhood stuff in it, and that's very cherished by me. I'm gonna make sure my kids have it. And then there was another book that was when my mom and dad got married, and she started, and this is how I found the original receipt to the first car they ever bought. I have it. 1965, burgundy colored, 2-door, Bel Air 283, 2-speed Power Glide. That was their very first car they bought together. And they later traded it for another receipt that I have for a 66 Cadillac. Okay, so these are things that she kept. She was meticulous about this stuff. And she had some AAA stuff of places that she wanted to visit. And I had a bunch from Florida, and she visited those because that's where they went on their honeymoon. And there was a couple other places, but one of them was the Perry Lodge in Kanab, Utah. She wanted to come out here, and she only kept the one she wanted to go to, and I don't think they ever got here. I don't think they ever did. I looked in the book. I didn't see it, but the brochure was there from like the 60s, and this was the place. And that's kind of the reason I picked it. And not only that, because again, I'm trying to do all the nostalgic places that you would go to. I don't mind staying in Holiday Inns and stuff like that, but you know, if you can find nice places like this is way better than the El Rancho. Let me tell you that right now. But we're over that. We're moving on from it, and this place is fantastic. It's Perry Lodge in Kanab, Utah. If you want to come and see sights and just enjoy some nice weather and beautiful scenery, I mean, this is the place to stay. The pool, they allow you to, you know, bring your beer in there, and if you're a smoker, you can sit on your chair with your friends and just sit back and relax with the cozy. There's 2 fire pits that you can sit there and cook marshmallows on, and it's just a really nice place. I couldn't believe it when I got here. And they're all, you know, movie star themed. Everyone has a name. Like ours is Ed Faulkner, who was John Wayne's right-hand man, you know, which is cool. But there's a lot, like President Reagan, you know, Ronald Reagan room, stuff like that. But I know I haven't talked about a lot of the places we're going. This is a family vacation. It's probably going to be the last one we get to take for a while. So I'm glad I picked Perry Lodge. And Kanab is beautiful. I hate to say this, but you can see the difference in the wealth of respect for yourself and for things. I don't want to say anything disparaging towards anyone, but on the trip from New Mexico through Arizona to Utah, you can tell, if you know what I mean. It went from, well, streetwalkers at the El Rancho and all kinds of issues to cleaner and cleaner and better and cleaner, and now we're in Utah and it's absolutely beautiful. You know, I hate to say that, but New Mexico, you got some work to do. You really have some work to do. At this point, I could care less if I ever go back to New Mexico. I mean, obviously, if I was going somewhere, going there with Dalton, I'd do it, but that'd be about it. That would be about it. Anyway, let's start the day. So anyway, we're going to do some things today. We'll run down to the canyon and then just do some shop stuff. We'll just kind of relax for a day. We've been running so hard, and it's nice we get to do that again tomorrow. We'll run to Moab, which isn't that far. You know, it's a drive, but it isn't that far. And then we can spend all our time there and do things in Moab. You know, what Amber wants to do, because it's her birthday tomorrow. Yeah. So I might have to get everybody to do something for her. Anyway, I'll see you out and about. Kind of weird.
Between the mayonnaise and the mustard.
Yeah, I gotta actually look at my speedometer.
Oh no. What's the speedometer, by the way?
See, now this is more like it. It ain't just another rock, right, honey? That's fantastic. Oh, and then we go down to 20 miles an hour. Yep, they are stopping people. She waves, she's sitting out in the hot sun. She's counting.
Got your lights on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God. Oh, that's why they're only letting one in at a time. Because people will hit. We're under a mountain.
Yes, sir. And my rooftop GoPro did overheat.
That's all right. I got some nice fresh coal. Put it up and got it to the windshield. I'll give you the footage.
Well, I've got the inside GoPro. It's rolling.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Not. Thank you for pointing that out.
All the trees, eh?
Oh my God. There's a whole bunch of hot rod. Oh, there's Dalton. Roller Dog is ahead.
Roller dog.
At least we'll meet up with them.
Uh-oh, we got a breakdown.
Hey, there's dog.
Yeah, there's a broke down vehicle, so we're not gonna stop. We'll just keep going.
Heck of a place to break down.
At least they made it through the tunnel.
Comes down to that too many chiefs. Let's keep going. Oh. All right, we'll pull off here. We got room. Watch it gutting out the door. Well, it is good morning again from Kanab, Utah. We are just I'm cleaning up the car. Amber's getting some stuff ready. It is her birthday today, so we're gonna do extra special things, which means we're just gonna drive and it's gonna be hot because I don't think that this air conditioning system can take 134A. I think it's just that expansion valve ain't allowing it, or whatever it is in there. So it's not going to be too hot today, so it shouldn't be too bad. But we're on our way to Moab. We got to go to the meetup. Might go up and get some breakfast here at this hotel. Highly recommended Perry Lodge. It was a very cool place to stay. Very traveler friendly, especially if you're on a big group of people trip. You know, I don't know. I'm still tired. But just kind of cleaning up the car here. Don't need to check the oil. Checked it last night. Things running great. Although I had to get underneath and put a cap on the return for the Aces system, because whenever I'd fill it up and I'd start going through the hills and bouncing up and down, that return would start feeding fuel up and it was filling up the canister, and then the canister would boil. Yeah. So we're work that out. But the car's fine. We might run down and wash it real quick. It looks terrible. I'd like her to look a little more pizzazzy. But yeah, just cleaning up the car. Nothing really to say other than we went stargazing last night. Obviously it was too dark for the camera to pick it up. Very pretty. You can see the entire curvature of the earth and all the stars and planets and everything. So yeah, we're just gonna go get to the meeting, get some Dr. Pepper, definitely, get some gas. Well, I probably don't need gas. I think I already filled up. I don't remember. But we'll just get on down the road. This is really pretty. So we're going through a canyon out here on our way to Moab, and we almost missed this. It's Johnny, Killing Farms. We're running together, and we come across this beautiful pull-off. Oh my God. I know it's windy, you probably can't hear me very well, but check this out. Holy cow.
I think we're driving down there.
This is... That's one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. That's gorgeous. And look how high we are. That's the road down there. Wow.
10%.
Well, we made it to Moab. It is bright and sunny. I didn't film a lot of the 12 pass. I don't know what that canyon name was, because nobody wanted to touch a camera because I was too busy trying to make sure that my seat didn't just crawl directly up my ass, because I'm scared of heights. And there was nothing on either side of the road, and it is straight down. I'm sure somebody will have it on their video, but I wasn't touching my camera. I'm scared to death of heights. Well, I can handle heights. This was extreme, wasn't it, buddy? But
9,000 foot drop, just
yeah, the 7,500 feet. That's how high we were, and all of our water bottles that were empty were squeezing together. It's kind of wild. But we're in Moab. We're at the Big Horn Lodge, old school place. And we got the bottom floor right when you walk in. It's awesome. We're like right outside. You just click, boom, go down to the pool or walk out. There's a restaurant. This place, there's like something for everybody here. This is nuts. I like old school. That's the best part. So we're gonna enjoy the rest of our evening, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow. Probably not much of anything. No, we'll probably just swim.
I think we're tired of driving. Yeah,
we're tired of driving. I don't want to drive anywhere. So, anyway, there it is. Goes all the way down there, and the pool's right down there. And Lucille, she's great. She's done great. Has not skipped a beat. Although going up the hills, up the mountain, the really heavy mountain, we were dumping fuel out the fuel cap. Johnny was behind us in Gillum Farms, and it was just pouring, and then whatever way we turned, it would come to the bumper and start dropping. It was at least 3 to 4 gallon we lost. So we need to find a cap. But never overheated until we got on 70 and the wind started stealing my air. But she's great. So we'll maybe talk to yous tomorrow. Yeah. Good morning, YouTube. Still here in Moab. It's the next morning, and I thought I'd work on the AC, and called my buddy, and I think we got it worked out. It's going to be about 20, maybe 30 degrees cooler than atmosphere, and all it was we just overfilled it. I tried to work on it when we were in Kanab, but I couldn't get it figured out. But I tightened all the belts, and I was just kind of messing around with things. And then I started it up, and I noticed there was a drip. This frickin' Mr. Gasket is leaking fuel into it, and that's why it looks like that. When it's running, this starts to fill with fuel, and it's just dripping down on the intake. Oh yeah, that's really bad. So, just went down to the local O'Reilly's and got a new one, and I'm gonna bring that one back. And I also got a pressure regulator that I'm gonna set right there to bring this thing down to where it's sitting at about 5.5 to 6. They usually leak, but whatever. So let's get to it and get this done. We'll get this thing changed. There's some gasola that's for sealing this thing. I got this stuff in liquid form at home, but this will work. Get this on there, nice and neat. Make sure there's nothing in there. Yep, we're good. Let's get this on snug, and that fixes this problem. No wonder the fuel mileage is shit. It's one thing about this poverty tour thing, you notice everybody stops. Everybody stops. If you're just by yourself, especially. I would say that if you're one or two of you, you know, and you got what you need, if you want, you stop and ask, do you have everything you need? Because there might be something that you have that they need. But best bet's not to just hang around. I figured that part out over the years with Power Tour, because then you get too many chiefs in the TP, you know what I mean? And that's not good either, because then you're just bothering people. There we go. Tight. Tighten this back up. Clamp. Put that sideways. Then we'll put this fuel regulator on there that's probably going to leak, but if it does, we'll just take it out. I got some plastic things I could use. Go. Should be good. Now, got that. This is getting returned directly back to O'Reilly's. But it's 30 bucks. And that was brand new. Alright, let me get my stuff ready. We'll put that regulator in there. Underneath here, it catches whatever's left. And we're just going to cut this line in half. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll work good. Then we'll put our hose clamps on. There. Right there. Then we stick this in the center. Like that. And like that. We'll run our hose clamps up. Use me a like that. Okay. And I can sit like that. I may I don't know. It'll be fine. Like that right there. Okay. So let's see what we come up with then. Okay, it's on number 1, and that is 4 psi. So we want to get this up to somewhere around like 5.5 to 6. So I'm just going to reach over here, and we're at number 1. Let's go to number 2. I'll click it. Number 2. Got to push down and turn. There we go. Take it a second. We'll get there. Go up one more. There's 3. I actually like that. See how smooth that is? Before it was just going. So let's see what happens when I go up one more to number 4. There's 4. Look at that. That's perfect. Well, we'll go up one more. There we go. Let's go backwards, see if it goes back. Yep, it's going to go back for us. So right there, number 4. Yep. Nope, we got to leave it all the way up. Yep, it's going to take right there. Number 5. There we go. There we go. And once you get up to speed and you got her nailed, she gets down to about right here, 5.5 to 6. So that's it. Well, I got her heated up here. I'll adjust on this a little. I do have my vacuum gauge. I mean, I could adjust it that way, but I can usually do it by ear pretty good. It's all good. By the way, also hooked up the old school plug to this. Works great, so I need to take this off so it's not just randomly out like that. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. That's a whole lot better than what it was. Brings that down to good operating pressure. While I'm in here, check all my plug, make sure we ain't got no leaks. That's a little loosey-goosey, but I'm not adjusting on that. We'll worry about that at home. We're not racing anything anyway. Okay, no leak. I'd say we're good shape. Okay, so see we're in the red. The compressor's not on. I'm gonna go turn the compressor on. My pressure switch is not all that good, but I'm not going any higher than that at all. It seems to like it there. If I rev it, it stays pretty neutral. That's pretty good. And this is cooler than temp. It's probably not going to drop any more than 20 to maybe 30 degrees from atmosphere. But when we get home, we'll get this changed to a newer style. I just didn't have time to do it, but it's wanting to stay right there and it's good, so we're going to leave it alone. I'm not going to put any in it at all. So that's that. Well, good morning. It's the last morning. Not much happened yesterday. We just kind of lazied around, I guess you could say. Went out to eat with Ryan from Ryan's Garage with Kids YouTube channel. Known him for a few years now. Met him on Power Tour. Great family, great channel. Need to go check that out. And messed around with, you know, no garage. We're just kind of hanging with everybody that we could. We ain't really had a lot of time to hang with our buddies. It's just been a wild bunch of days. As far as the Buick goes, Miss Lucille is running fine. I did a few things. Can't remember if I showed them, so I'm going to show you again what I did. And I just been out here. It's morning. I couldn't sleep. I'm still on Midwest time, man. I woke up at 3:30, 4 o'clock out here. I'm a 5 o'clock waker. But yeah, let me show you a few things. I can't remember if I did them or not. I'm so tired. And we got a long drive home up through Denver. So we're really gonna put old Lucille to the test here. First things, this started leaking like a sieve, this gauge. So O'Reilly's down the street happened to have one, and I was able to get warranty trade out on that. I just kind of ran this over and put a fuel pressure regulator, these Mr. gaskets. So far it hasn't leaked. More than likely it will, but for now. And we did the right thing, and this is 5/16 fuel line going into 3/8. So perfect, you know, that's just how it goes. Tighten the belts. I hooked up my idiot light. That way I like seeing that light come on and off. But yeah, I did tighten up the belts. This, okay, I think I figured it out. We had put too much in it at high RPM, and it just sucked it all in, and then it had nowhere to go with that pressure. I had a little can left. I brought it down, just let it at idle, and it's in the green. I think it's gonna work. I think. We're hoping, because it's supposed to be really hot and humid when we get home. Like really hot and humid. Other than that, I did notice that we were sitting here idling. Me and Chip from No Garage were sitting out here idling. I was working on that air conditioner. This command center started boiling out as we were sitting here. It got hot as hell. There is no power. This is all dead with that fuse right there, and that fuse over there is the main power. They're both out. This thing started boiling over. I've never seen such a thing, and you could not touch it. It just got hot. So that's just more to the story that we're gonna have to do with, and we'll talk with Aces about that. May need to, I don't know. I'm not sure why that's doing that, especially if it's unhooked. But I've just been kind of going through here and making sure lines aren't going to get, you know, burnt or anything, because once we get going up that mountain, I'm sure she's going to get hot. But yeah, I just been cleaning her out, getting the seat cushions straight, plugging things in that need to be charged for them, like their headphones, because they don't want to listen to my music all day. But yeah, I mean, she's stayed fairly clean this whole time. I'm kind of surprised and happy about that. But yeah, I'm just glad that we ain't really had that bad of trouble. Some people had some really bad issues, and our little Lucille just keeps trucking right along. Be nice if we had that air though. That'd be great for the rest of this trip. Tires look great. Got the trunk cleaned up. I think she's ready for the haul home. It's about 1,300 miles. It's gonna take us 2 days. I could do it in 1 day, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I think my friend Ryan and Terry from Sinister on Facebook, Sinister Motorsports, they're leaving out here in a little bit. And we was hanging out with Dalton and everybody last night. They're gonna wake up one day, and take off. And Johnny Gillum from Gillum Farms in his Trans Am, the one everybody called Bandit, he's gonna be over here at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna bolt. We're gonna get as far as we can, because he's got cows and a farm to take care of, and I got a truck to check out and get back to work, because yeah, this is gonna hurt me. But that's okay. It's okay. Everything will be okay. When you get knocked on your ass, get the hell back up, get off your ass, and keep going. And that's what we're doing. So I'm hoping I can get some good footage of the mountains today. Mostly for memory's sake and for nostalgia for Zeppy and Amber. And then we'll get the Great Plains, which is supposed to be 105 without the heat index, and swamp ass is what we're thinking. That's why I've been trying to get this air conditioning going, at least so it brings down the temperature in the car 10, 15, 20 degrees. That'd be great. And I don't care about the fuel mileage, but it's loud. Everybody's leaving. There goes our friends there. We got a lot of friends that are just starting to take off. There's no meeting today. We missed the one yesterday or 2 days ago, but there's no meeting today. We're just going. A lot of people are going to Whiskey Gas Garage's party. We were going to try to make that, but I just don't see it happening. We need to get going. So we'll see you after a while. Just stopped and got fuel, Grand Junction, Colorado. Still 11-ish miles per gallon.
Bandy one, how you holding up?
Oh God, look who it is, just comes running by. He's a coot. Nasty Customs, he just lives right up the road from me. He come out this year. Crazy ass. But yeah, we're getting 11 miles a gallon. Probably get up to somewhere around Denver, stop somewhere on the Mile High and get something to eat. So off we go.
Down to 66 degrees outside, dropping. We like it.
Howdy folks, we are in Colby, Kansas. That's right, we went all the way to Colby, Kansas, and we're at a day's end that from the outside looks a little but inside it's really nice pool and everything, cheap. And we decided to come all the way here because we were being chased by a tornado and a major thunderstorm. Dalton and them, I think, stopped way back in another town, Lyman, something like that, Colorado, because it was so bad they decided to wait it out. But me and John Johnny and Christine, Amber and Zeppy, we made it to this day's end. And I was right with the air conditioning. It works now, so we won't have to go into the swamp ass area of our trip without air conditioning, which would be great. We may have to do some wiring because it wants to blow a 30 amp fuse because of all the old school engine window crap that it doesn't like. But I think if it's at high voltage, you know, if the alternator's pushing out, it's going to be fine. But I did get it filled. It works great. It's cold as hell, which is what we needed the whole time, but that's just how it goes. But anyway, she's fine. Trans Am's fine. We're all good. So we'll see you in the morning when we try to make it home. It's about 10 hours, 11 hours, 10 hours, I don't know. But we'll lose Johnny and Christine, Gillum Farms, about Salina, Kansas. They will go south to their home in Oklahoma, and we will keep going on 70 through Kansas City all the way to Effingham, Illinois, and we'll just haul ass. I can be there tomorrow. I can do it. I'm a truck driver. May wait on Dalton and everybody, may not, I don't know. I'll talk to him about it because we're all going the same way. He's going to Kansas City area, and I'm going straight on 70 to my home in Effingham. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, waking up early morning. Us and Gillum Farms, we're getting ready to hop on the interstate and just bolt. We'll lose them at about 200 miles, somewhere around there, and then we'll be on our own for the rest of the way. So wish us luck. Maybe show you some of it, but it's just a straight line shot on 70. So anyway, guys, we'll see you in a bit. Well, we have been hauling ass. We are clear past Columbia, Missouri. We're in, I can't think of the name of it, what town we're in, but we're where me and Zeppelin usually stop when we go to Dalton's. And it's a little place called Ozark Land? Yeah, Ozark Land. In the middle of all these truck stops and all this new hotels and gas stations. And it's right here, it's called Ozark Land. It's like fudge, and you know, it's kind of like a Uranus, Missouri thing, but Lucille is getting about 12 miles a gallon now. We're out of the hills. She's doing real good. Air conditioning worked, but we threw the belt, so back to winders down. Just that's our air conditioning. I'm gonna go inside here and check her out for a little while with them, cool down. Oh, it was warm today, but we are back home. Lucille made the trip 3,585 miles from here to the trip to back home. Yeah, that car in December was on a trailer, and I struggled with it until the day before we left. It made the trip. Now, we're all exhausted. I wasn't going to do this till tomorrow, but I think we'll just get this done now. I put the Aces system on this car because I and Aces wanted to test a theory because of the trouble I had with that one. And that would be the command center. This command center is a great thing to have if you're mom and popping, running around town, that kind of thing. But for this, the heat from these big block old Buicks, The regular Pontiacs are not a big block. That's untrue. People like to say big block. They're not. They're like a mid block. Now, I'm not mocking Aces for this little command center, because it works great if you're locally just driving around, because there's one in that ambulance right now. But for this will not work. The system ran flawlessly. Matter of fact, I got better fuel mileage with the system untuned than I did with this carburetor untuned. But this is not good for what we just did, this poverty tour thing. You're gonna want an in-tank pump, because I didn't have any trouble with my Cutlass. It's out over there. But this is not gonna work for inside the motor compartment in any means for what we're doing with poverty tour. That one failed too. I ended up swapping it, but you know, I didn't know much about it. That was my first try. If you're mom and popping around the street, around your town, cars and coffee, you're good. These are perfect for that. But right now, we just got home and that sumbitch is hot. And it has air. It gets direct air. It was boiling the other day. These are dead. These are dead. There's nothing to them. And it boiled. Obviously, because it ain't cooling going back to the tank and stuff, but it didn't matter. While it was running, I went through two different, those 255s and 340. Went through both of them, and they both failed. But this part, the computer, I can touch it, it's fine. The throttle body's in the back, but it's all going back on here. I'm taking the carb off and I'm putting it back on there. But yeah, that's my review. Is the Aces setup is great. I finally used a quart of oil, but we're, you know, as hard as me and Johnny Gillum from Gillum Farms ran, it's not surprising. I mean, she's past her oil change date or mileage, so, but my air shocks held up, my tires held up, everything held up. The only thing that didn't was that. And that's fine. I wasn't mad about it. Aces knows about it, so this is going to go back to Aces. I'm going to give them my temperature readings, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I did get the air going, by the way, but then we chucked the belt. The air worked. I got it working finally on the way home, and it was cold, and all of a sudden it just stopped. Got out the next fuel stop, and well, chucked the belt. And I wasn't about to stop. We was hauling pretty good. I wanted to get home. I'm still sweating, man. It was hot in there. But yeah, guys, poverty tour success for 2026. I'm not real sure when the next one's going to be. There's some talk about some different things going on, maybe even this year. But we'll see. I met all these awesome people. A lot of them I already knew. But there was a lot of cars, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of helpers, a lot of everything. It was just a good time. It's just hot. June in the desert. But I'm happy to be home. My dog's happy for me to be home. She basically jumped on me. We got a cat too. It was like, where's my treats? You know, typical cat. But we're not unloading the car. I got home a day early, so I'm off tomorrow. Plus I get to see if my truck's done. That's the most important thing. But man, I appreciate everybody. No Garage Chip, my buddy Chip, he helped me out when we broke down. You've seen that in the video. And then me and Johnny Gillum and Christine, we hauled balls to get home in 2 days, so it should have took us 3. But that's what Cannonballing's about. That's what Poverty Tour's about. I hear all these damn... We were gone at the same time that Power Tour started, Hot Rod Power Tour. And I'm not going to mock Hot Rod Power Tour. I've been on them. I like Hot Rod Power Tour. So does Amber, so does Zeppy. Aiden loves them. But there's nothing but complaints and just things. It's just not good. I don't know. I may not do them anymore. I don't know. But Poverty Tour, there's no complaints. We just here. This is where we're gonna meet. Damn, back to mosquitoes. I don't like that part. Here's where we're gonna meet. Go do your own thing. By the way, you don't have to pay for anything. There's no trophies. There's no plaques. It's just the, you know, you made it. Like, we made it. I'm home. I'm sitting in my house. The car made it. I built that. Okay? I built that 455 and redid this car in a matter of months right there with that Camaro sitting underneath that tarp. This motor that just only burnt a quart of oil after we had heated the thing to the max, I built outside right there. In the snow, in the rain, hail, sleet, tornadic activities, hot. I did. Right there. The whole family come out. You can watch the video. Put the motor in the car. Right there. I don't have no fancy garage. That's a wood shop that has a floor about that thick. I can't do nothing in there. I'm lucky that the engine stands don't fall through the floor. It's a wood shop. I do it all right here. So you can't say, well, you know, I don't have a shop, and oh, bullshit. Just do it. If you need some cover, get you one of them canopies. I've ruined 2 or 3 of them. Just do it. It's not as hard. You're making it harder than it really is. You get an old car. It don't have to be a Trans Am Camaro. It don't have to be everything that we have laying around here. There was cars and trucks there that they're just it's just a car and a truck, whatever. Ford F100, F-150. What was the one there? There was a guy that had the old Buick Regal, the G-body Buick Regal that they just threw some random 305 in, and they worked on it as they went. Met them when we were in Oklahoma. Great people. Car was wicked sounding. But guys, you can do this. You can do this. You know, I don't know what we'll do next. Maybe the Camaro. Maybe we'll take the Camaro. We haven't taken a Chevy. We've taken, you know, I'm a BOP guy. I like my Buick, Pontiac, and Olds. But maybe we take a Chevy. That thing's been sitting for years. And it's got a great motor in it that Zeppy built. I know I'm rambling. Look, she's home. She did her job. Lucille did what I wanted her to do when I asked her to do it, except for have air conditioning. And I think that's my mom going, your father didn't let you have the air on in that Oldsmobile back in 1978, so you don't get it either. But this was a trip for us. You think about where that car came from. It's unbelievable. I named her Lucille because my mom liked old elegant cars, and it is one. We got a lot to do on this car yet. We're going to bring her back to just absolute glory. But I was happy. You know, she made it to a bucket list hotel, 2 of them actually, that my mom wanted to do. That she knew back in 1960s she wanted to do. So Lucille made it. I got to thank some people here. Number 1, Dalton. When he thought of this a few years ago, I was like, that sounds like a great idea, because he went on Power Tour and he didn't like it, you know. And he was talking about it at Duct Tape Drags, and he put it together. I got to thank the crew of guys that really behind the scenes you may not see, and that's toss a coin to your tech guy, Mike at Wandering Iron, Big Mike. We all love Big Mike. Chad at Whiskey Gas Garage. Justin at Old Junk and the Dog. They're really behind this stuff. Dalton thought of it, but they put it together, and it was fantastic. So if I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry, but it was great seeing all my friends, and I did it in a land yacht. So I got to thank Aces EFI for sticking with me on this and working with me and trusting me to test the system out, because nobody's done it. Nobody. As far as I'm concerned, I believe I'm the only person in the world that put this system, any of their systems, to this kind of test ever. This was hardcore, guys. This was not just moseying around. This was mountains, heat, desert, elevation, stuff like that. I did it with that car, and I was doing it with this one, but exactly the reason I wanted to try it again was for this. And it, you know, it failed. Not the Aces system didn't fail. The fuel feed system failed. You got to keep that in mind. The Aces system worked flawlessly. So just like my Cutlass, it's flawlessly, just like this one is now. It don't miss a beat. So I gotta thank them. I gotta thank my buddy Buzz over at roadkillcustoms.com. He helped me with the video that's out about the getting this, because I was off driving and we had a computer glitch. I gotta thank just super clean. This car is clean because super clean, and I really appreciate them. I have Evil Energy stuff on this car that worked really good. They're a partner of mine. I shouldn't say sponsor anymore. I should say partner. I didn't get any of my stuff from my lugnutguys.com because I didn't need them. This car didn't need anything, but he's helped out on all those, like every one of them. But yeah, I gotta thank O'Reilly's too. O'Reilly's, my local O'Reilly's, set up a deal. Thankfully, I have a professional account. All of us YouTubers have one usually, but they set up a deal where they made a pick ticket, and I have a trunk full of parts that are on a pick ticket that I get to return tomorrow. I didn't have to buy them. That way I had that extra money for the trip. And I'm going to return it tomorrow, and I got a fuel pump I got to return to get my money back on. But they were back and forth. If I was out there, that store called my store told them what to do, they did it. My manager's killer over here. So thank you, O'Reilly's, for that. Oh, I'm done. I'm gonna clean out my pool, because we had a really bad rain and all the tree limbs fell in it, but I'm gonna clean it out real quick. That way it's ready for me to hop in tomorrow while I'm mowing. I got a lot to do around here. It's amazing how much shit will go wrong while you're gone. But again, thanks to Aces for letting me try that, and we're gonna get this system put back together. But there's more to come here. It might just take me a little while. I gotta rebuild myself from the trucking. Man, I also need a haircut. Wow. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you all watching. Thank you to everybody involved. What a great trip. What an absolute great trip. What a bunch of camaraderie and just fun. It's just all around good. You guys, I gotta tell you, you have to go. Get the car you want or can afford or do. I don't give a shit if it's a Honda whatever. Just get it going. And if you can't, come in one of these. We don't care. We might make fun of you, but you made it. You're coming out and you're doing the thing. You're seeing this beautiful country of ours that's now, in a month, 250 years old and still going strong. What a project, right? Anyway, guys, take care. Thanks to the sponsors. Go buy some merch from the Printify store. We need to rebuild. Okay? Printify store will be down inside the description. Zeppy's he's in the air conditioning just laying out on his bed. So guys, thank you for watching. Thanks to everybody involved. Now let's get on to other things that need to be done around here. Maybe that Camaro that's underneath there. Good afternoon. It's the next day. I didn't want to do a damn thing. We cleaned the car out. It's all inside. Trying to get my parts stuff together to bring back. I got to thinking about this. I don't think the pumps in my command center actually burnt up. I think they just got hot and the canister vapor locked itself. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do since we're home. I got with Aces, of course. They really good. I got with Aces and I told them this is what I was going to do. I'm gonna hook this thing right back up the way it was. And I'll bet it runs. I'll bet it runs great. And it may not be the system, the command center itself. It may be, maybe we need to put like an, because you'd think it's getting plenty of air where it's at. I'm gonna hook this thing back up just the way it is and drive it around here for a while and see how it does. Okay, she's all hooked back up. The only thing I did different is this is just, it needs to be 3/8, but it's 5/16. When I go to town later, I'll get some 3/8. It's an easy change. I don't want to put any more fittings on this because I don't want to have to keep cutting this original line down. I've already had to cut it about that far after that failment. After that failed, I lost about that much line. I don't want to cut any more. So we'll just put it together like this, and I got a little elbow. But it's good for now. It's good for testing. It'll be fine. Probably, I don't know. I'll probably just leave that where it is for now. Instead, I'll change this for 3/8. All the lines are hooked up. Get everything out of the way. The belts. I got the return looked back up. This is exactly how it was. The only thing I changed was this. Okay. So now I don't have any power in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, I'm going to crank it for a little bit, just like I did when I installed it, and get some fuel cranking in there. So I know it's going in there. So just crank it over a few minutes here and there till we know that this is full of fuel. And then I'll hook up the computer to the handheld and we'll try it. Let me put in my fuses. Put it over here. I'm going to cycle the key a couple times, get that fuel pump going. Cycle it again. We got pressure. Oh yeah, she got pressure. We're good. Give her the beans. Check our granny leaks. Getting plenty of fuel. Oh. Main. See, that thing's just a pumping, man. You can really see it with this line. That mechanical's giving it hell. Look at that. Yeah, I need to fix that, but that's just the outside shielding. It's not leaking. This was leaking, but that's because I was messing with it earlier. There, it's calmed down. That's crazy. Go look at the handheld. Nice and smooth. What do we got? She's got to get up to temp before we can make sure we got everything set correctly. We'll get that IAC set. I didn't change anything, so it should just go right down to it. But it's closed loop already. AFR looks good. RPMs look good. Damn. But I'm gonna let this thing heat up and I'll get back with you. Well, I went through the timing. Put it at 12 degrees. I had it a little hot for the carburetor. I didn't take this with me like an idiot. I always take a damn timing light with me. So IAX sat, you know, degrees is right where it was. It hasn't moved. It likes to sit here and idle at 203. AFR looks good. Fuel pressure looks fantastic. Idle's good. Closed loop. Everything's good. So I'm just letting it sit here and run with the hood open. Now, if it does what it did in Moab, when we had the carb on it, this is going to get extremely hot. And so far, it's okay. It's not really gaining any heat here. That's not real hot. But it is hot down here. So I'm thinking I need to do some duct work. Like drill some holes in there that allows air to move this way. Or I'll have to figure out maybe a hole through here. I'm not taking the light out. You could do that, and boy, you'd have all kinds of air going in there. But I just need to figure that out. So it definitely works. And it's kind of cool that this is broke, because I can see that line. I can see the fuel moving in there. So it's returning fuel. But that line's not hot. I mean, it's warm, don't get me wrong. This Buick's run hot. Yeah, that thing's just a wailing in it. That line's not hot. The filter is. The filter is screaming hot. Not screaming, I mean, I shouldn't say that. This one is also hot. Okay, so I need to move that again. I can't put it up there because it's annoying. So it needs to go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know, but that's what I got the initial set at. And all in without the vacuum advance was like 30. With the vacuum advance, it was like 40-ish, somewhere around there. All in. And vacuum, she's fine. Well, all we can do is drive it. We're just gonna have to see how well it does. Ow, god damn, that did get hot all of a sudden. 125. 116. So there's a little bit there. Get it on the filter. 120. What the hell? That's hot. Right there where the gauge is. What is going on? There ain't nothing 200 degrees. Huh. What I'm watching is that. That's And I'm gonna sit here, let her sit here a little while longer, and then maybe we'll take her for a drive, see how it runs. Okay, we drove through town a little bit. There's one of them bastards that was hitting his jakes by my house. This thing's running about 205. This is operating temperature for this engine. Let's see what this thing's doing. 132, 127. That's 133, 138. Motor 187. Something really messed up here. 190. Okay. How's the power wire? She's getting bouncy. It's warm. Still flowing pretty good. That's holdable. I mean, it's warm. It's hot down in this corner. Like right here. I wonder if we put something around that. I don't know. We'll just have to try. But so far so good. But it did drop in pressure. Big time. It's dropped down from like 58 or 59 down to about 50. Huh. It's failing on me right now. Watch that fuel pressure. Yep. She's dropping to nothing. That'll have my carburetor. I'm not that far from home, but I can keep it going long enough that I can get there. There, it's kicked in again. I can't let off, and I got to turn here. Shit. Yeah, it's dying. So I made it to my side road, and now it's holding pressure. All I've done is drive it. I've drove it about 8 miles. When we get up here, there's a stop light or stop sign right up here, and we'll see what happens. Right there's the stop sign. Goddamn focus, piece of crap. But yeah, she's holding pressure. I'm at the line, so I'm gonna take off. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna goose it. There, I'm goosing it. Got up to about 50. Goose it again. Look at that. Down to 20 pounds. It should maintain. I wonder if we ain't got a regulator problem. It should maintain its pressure. This might be a regulator problem, because on the ambulance we changed the whole top and it's been fine since. Well, let's see. I gotta go home. I'm less than a mile from home. So let's see what happens. I'll keep recording when I punch it. And there's nothing coming. So let's try it. Turn the corner. $2,500 RPM. It's holding. Why would it do that? Heat soaked, I guess? Huh. That's... Punch it. Look at that. 25 PSI. We got a regulator problem actually, I think. Well, dang. I don't think it's the regulator itself. I think it's actually heat soaking because I sat there for a while and it got hot. Heat soaking. But let's I'm home. Let me see what happens. Well, it didn't do it again. I think when I had it sitting, I visited a family member, and I think while I was sitting there for that 5-10 minutes, I think that it got hot enough just sitting there and it boiled. And I think it's vapor locking. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. And I can feel it in this little corner of this car, right here. It is hot as hell. It's hotter here than it is here. And I'm putting my hand right next to that radiator and the hose is fine. This is hot as hell. Look at that pressure going down so quick. And I didn't have any problems at all with the regular pump. I have a clear filter down there, and I wonder if it's boiling now, because it wouldn't whenever I had the carburetor. I wonder if we ain't gotta. Let me get my flashlight. No, it's not boiling down here. That's not bad at all. That ain't bad at all. I can handle this, but for some reason that canister is just smoldering. You can't touch it. That's hot. But for some reason we're losing pressure in here. It just drops to nothing. I may have them send me a whole nother thing and we'll try it and see what happens. I wonder if we ain't got a regulator issue, because I'm going to be completely honest. This one is not the top I had whenever I took it and it failed. This is a different top. They gave me a different top. I guess the difference would be how the fan shroud is on that one, where it goes in and holds it. This one, but I mean, that really shouldn't make a difference. So I think they need to send me another one. We'll try another one, because this is right in the path of the friggin' radiator, and it don't overheat, but it did before I changed that top out. Maybe we got a bad regulator. I don't know. I'll get him holding tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another video. This video's got to end. Yeah. But like I told you, that the Aces system works great. We just have an overheating issue with the canister of this command center. Maybe we need to put something. I hate to screw into anything else. More than likely we're going to put an intake on this. This is just me trying to figure this out, and Aces trying to figure out why it's happening to these BOPs. They like to run hotter. Maybe they just can't handle it. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed the video of all of our travels. We got some work to do with this. This is a work in progress with the Aces system and stuff. We're testing things. They want to put out a product that you can trust, and I want to make sure that they have a product that they can trust. And in certain situations, there's people that's never had a problem with these, but they have a different, every situation is different. These old classic cars, especially these BOPs, Buick Pontiac olds, they like to run warm. and it gets warm under that hood, especially these Buicks. They like to run 205, 210, you know. And we'll just keep going with this. I'm not giving up on that thing. We're going to get that thing to work. Or we'll just put an intake in it. Kind of do. There ain't really any room for it here. But, yeah. We'll just keep trying. It did good. It did real good. Oh, there's my special wrench that I made. Right there. Shaved that old wrench down so it would fit those nuts on that thing. But hey, we'll just keep at this. I'll do another video on it. I have to get to work because I don't have my truck yet. I got plenty to do. I'm gonna mow. House looks like a damn jungle around here. I mean, look at that. That wasn't there when we left. But guys, I appreciate you watching. Please go to acesefi.com. You can best way to get a hold of them is in a chat scenario. It's the easiest way to get a hold of them because their phones are busy all the time. They sell so much product, and they sell so many, and they can't answer everything all at once. It's best to just chat with them because they can go back and forth. But I got an AC belt coming. I've got the oil change stuff. I'm not going to show that. But thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed the trip. And we hope to do it again real soon. Maybe like 1, 2, 3, 6 months from now. What are we gonna have? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna run? What would I drive all the way to the west again in October, November, something like that? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Take care, guys. Me and Amber and Zeppy, thank you for all your viewership, your subscribership. Go and get you some merch. It's down there in the description. You can just push that click that little button. It'll bring you to everything. Might have something new coming with that too. But until then, I'll leave you with what's next.